Welcome home, neighbors.
Welcome home, neighbors.
Hello, neighbors.
We're listening from
Arizona,
Florida,
Maryland,
New York,
New Jersey,
Minneapolis,
California,
Utah,
Michigan.
Iowa, Massachusetts,
Georgia, Canada,
Our home resort is
Animal Kingdom,
Polynesian,
Bay Lake Tower,
Old Key West,
Riviera,
Boardwalk,
Alani Resort,
Boulder Ridge, Copper Creek,
Grand Floridian,
Saratoga Springs,
Beach Club,
and Wilderness Lodge.
and you're listening to
and you're listening
You're listening to my
Hi, my name is Marianne, and I'd like to welcome you tonight to my DVC Points Community Hall. We're so happy to have you all here tonight. And first and foremost, we need to thank our sponsor, the DVC Rental Store. You got some points to rent? Give them a call. You got some points you need, and you don't want to pay rack rate to stay? Give them a call and they'll help you out. And maybe they can help you book one of the 3 amazing resorts that we are going to talk about tonight in our best resort day ever throwdown. Da-da! So bring my friends up for me, Gina, so we can get our game started. Hello, Sandy.
Hey, Marianne, how you doing tonight?
It's so great to see you. And tell us, Sandy, what resort are you representing?
Well, if anybody listened to the past couple of shows, you'll know that our last day at Walt Disney World, we stayed at the Grand Floridian in those new resort studios, which were awesome. And so I can't wait to tell everybody about my perfect day there.
Excellent. And next we have welcoming Derek Sassman for his first appearance on Community Hall. And we're so glad to have you here, Derek. And what resort are you representing?
The Polynesian, which I just stayed at for a daddy-daughter trip a couple months ago, so I feel like I'm ready to go on this one.
Excellent. Excellent. And last but not least, Caleb Allison is representing
Bay Lake Tower at the Contemporary Resort.
Excellent.
Very excited about doing it.
We're going to throw down between the monorail resorts tonight, people. So there are rules to the game. They were expressly given to our contestants beforehand in a text and an email and everything. Every person plans a perfect resort day. Ooh, we did negotiate. These crazy people negotiated with me. They can spend $250. Was that right, guys? Is that what I told you? I gave you $50 extra.
$350.
Oh, $350. I gave you an extra.
I did not get that budget allotment again sent to me. So now, oh my goodness.
You thinking maybe you don't want to go first then.
No.
$350 per family for the day, and you have to sell your resort. You can't leave your resort. No monorail crawls allowed. But if something happens, like you leave your resort, you could go out on the lake and come back. That was something I said I would allow also in the negotiations beforehand. They do have to plan for their family, not just themselves. This is not solo trips.
So I can't go to the spa.
So you could go to the spa if you could find something fun for your family to do at the same time. But so that we know what order we're going in, I know Frederica, it says 200. They negotiated with me earlier this week. It's up to $350. So $350 because, they have to eat. So
no, more like we have to feed growing children.
Yeah,
exactly.
Feed children. They have to eat, and they wanted to have fun too. So now to find out who is going first, Gina has picked a number between 1 and 100. So we'll go around the circle. Everybody will tell us their number, and then we'll see whoever is Price is Right rules closest without going over. Sandy, is the first one. Sandy,
I had to go with 99 Happy Haunts. So there you go.
Excellent. Nice. All right, Derek.
I go with my lucky number, which is 6. I know. There you go. So just go in the middle and you should be good.
And Caleb?
I'm wondering if I should go with the number that I was thinking of or the number that's the most strategic, so 7. So,
wow.
Ooh, cutting it off at the pass.
So I picked 23 because 1923, people, 100 years. I talked about it earlier. Anyway. Anyway. So 23, so that would be Caleb's first.
So it'll
Derek's
go
second.
Caleb, Derek, then Sandy. That gives you more time to think, Sandy.
It does.
There we go.
It's good. It's
All right,
good.
I'm going
I can
down.
research the spa treatments.
All right. So first and foremost, it is Mr. Caleb taking
All
us
right.
to Bay Lake Tower. Now sell it, buddy.
So, first of all, whenever you guys are considering this and voting, I want to recognize the bias on we opened this community hall live with a picture of the Grand Floridian. Okay, so let's just think about how much we're celebrating Walt Disney and his 100 years and the things that he did first. And when it comes to resorts, the Contemporary was first. Okay, so this is the one that you guys should be voting on. So my perfect resort day is we're going to be waking up after we've slept in, because we've probably been at the parks or something for a day, or maybe we were traveling the day before. I don't know, but we're going to sleep in. We're going to wake up to our theme park view room, a real theme park view room, not one that you're looking at it from the distance or something like that, where you can actually see the park waking up and all of the busy activity, and you're just relaxing out there on that balcony, sipping on that free coffee that comes in your room. Okay, that's very important because that is not part of my budget. Okay, so after we're kind of like watching the monorail go around and all the hustle and bustle of the day that's happening, and we're thinking about how much fun we're going to have, we're going to go ahead and we're going to have breakfast in our room. And just some usual things that most people have, be it some Pop-Tarts or some cereal, Cheerios. Everybody loves Cheerios. Okay, and then later what I'm thinking is, this is supposed to be a resort day for everybody. And I really would love to treat my wife and let her have some time alone. So I'm going to take the kids downstairs and we're going to head over to the basketball court. We're just going to shoot around. We're going to have some fun, get a little bit of those, morning wiggles out that all the kids have. I mean, my kids are 4 and 9, so they've got a lot of energy, and I just got to start wearing them out really, really, really early. So that gives my wife some time to get in that giant soaker tub that's in the 1 bedrooms and above at Bay Lake Tower, and just really, really take in everything, and have those spa products that they have there also included. We haven't spent any money except for our breakfast just yet. And then after that, after she's kind of given me a message and said that she's kind of ready to go for the day, then I think we're going to go down and do something that neither one of the next 2 people can do. And that is, we are going to go to the community hall. Okay. This show is the namesake is the community hall. So that just shows how important it is that we're going to be able to enjoy this. And they're not. We're going to do some games and have some activities. We got the DVC fun people that are going to be getting everybody excited about everything that's going on. We got free arts and crafts. I mean, this is a blast for my kids. We just always love going to the community hall. So after we've done the community hall, there's always a scavenger hunt. And I think we'll go around and we'll look around the resort and kind of scope things out, get everybody a little bit of a lay of the land of what's happening with our scavenger hunt. And I know that as soon as we're walking around that scavenger hunt, we're going to see some characters, because they always have characters out at the deluxe resorts right now. And also, while we're up and about, I'm sure we'll walk by and see Chef Mickey's. Now, I'm not going into Chef Mickey's. It's not my favorite, but just coming up on the top of the concourse and being able to see it and see the characters, that's always fun as well. And then we'll probably walk through the shopping area. It's nice to look at things, but we're kind of a frugal family, and we just kind of like to look and kind of watch people. But next, my son absolutely loves the monorail. So we're definitely going to be getting on the monorail, and we're going to take a full round trip, not breaking any rules here because I'm not going to get off, but we're going to go at every single stop, just having a good time riding the monorail, seeing his eyes light up every time that the intercom comes on. And every time we hear, por favor, manténgase alejado de las puertas, that's going to be just an amazing time for us. By this point, we're probably getting a little bit peckish, and we're going to stop down at the Contempo Cafe, and we're going to pick ourselves up a flatbread pizza and the hot turkey sandwich. Now, if you have never had the flatbread pizza at the Contempo Cafe, you're in for a treat. It's actually pretty good. It's surprisingly good. Okay, this is a fresh rolled pizza dough with marinara, mozzarella, Italian sausage, pepperoni, bacon. I mean, what more could you get? Okay, and then the hot turkey sandwich has got smoked bacon, arugula, tomato. That's more for the adult side. You know, it's got a cranberry aioli. It's delicious, absolutely delicious. But you can't go to the Contemporary without going to the Mickey metal sculpture. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? It's got the Mickey ears. It's got half the Mickey coming out, and Mickey's sitting right on top of it. Everybody loves going there, and they have their kids sit in the ears of Mickey, and they take the picture, and you're able to look at it every single year. And we know we're going to be able to be there every single year because we're DVC. And so you're able to look at those pictures and be able to see how your kids grow. There's nothing better than those memories that come from those pictures. So after we've done that, at this point, it's probably getting pretty hot in the day, and it is time to go over to our cabana. This is my big spender that I've got here. So this cabana is probably going to run me in about $130 to $150, depending on what time of year. But that's only because there's a 15% DVC discount. Okay, so I'll be definitely taking advantage of that discount. And if you've never rented a cabana, the cabanas come with a fruit tray. It comes with soda. It comes with water. It comes with snacks, all kinds of stuff that's just going to keep us entertained. We're going to be jumping in and out of the pool. We got a TV there. We have Wi-Fi. There's a personal cabana attendant that's able to going back and forth if we want any extra snacks or if we're looking for extra pop or something like that, they'll come and get us. And if we wanted any other kind of adult beverages, we could do that too. But I'm not doing that because I need to save my budget just a little bit. Okay. So probably by the time the afternoon's kind of rolling by, I'll go ahead and send my wife and my son back to the room to just kind of rest for a little bit. He'll need a nap. And my daughter and I, we're going to rent one of the little sea racers. If you've never seen them, they're little 2-person boats, and you go out on the lake and just buzz around and have a great time. You can go right up to Magic Kingdom. You can go right up to the other resorts, including Wilderness Lodge. It's just a lot of fun. So we'll have that for about 30 minutes. And so that's about $35, $40. Okay. Then after that, so at this point, it's probably getting pretty close to dinner time. And we're going to go back to the room, and I'm going to be feeding my kids some incredibly nutritious, gourmet, easy mac and cheese. That's right. Easy mac and cheese and hot dogs for the kids. And then I'm going to be employing Miss Katie because we need a babysitter. And I was told that Marianne would provide her teenage daughter for $15 an hour. And I'm going to take advantage of that for 3 hours. 3 hours that we're going to have Miss Katie taking care of our kids while they kind of go to sleep or maybe watch the fireworks. I'm sure Katie's going to be able to keep them entertained. And at this point, we're going to go and have a little bit of adult time. And first, I think we'll walk along the beach, looking at the lagoon. And then, of course, we're going to have to stop in to Steakhouse 71. Now, personally, I don't want to go to the actual restaurant. I'd rather go to the lounge. And at the lounge, they have this amazing drink. The amazing drink is called the Curious Cold Brew. It is a Maker's Mark bourbon with Joffrey's coffee. And it's a Joffrey's coffee cold brew, maple and vanilla bean cream. It's absolutely delicious. And we'll be getting 2 of those. And then we'll also be sharing a plate of the famous bacon and eggs. Now, If you haven't had any of these bacon and eggs, it's a maple lacquered pork belly with smoked cheese grits and a perfectly perfect sous vide poached egg. It's absolutely delicious. It'll melt in your mouth. And I'll probably end up getting two of those as well. So that's running me around right around $60 for that that one. So after we've done that, we're gonna, of course, mosey back over to Bay Lake Tower and get up to Top of the World Lounge. What would a stay at Bay Lake Tower what would it be without Top of the World Lounge? So what else would we get except for the 7-layer cake? If you've never seen this 7-layer cake, you are missing out. It is an amazing cake. It's a chocolate and yellow cake with mousse, ganache, and a salted caramel sauce. And this is where we will watch the fireworks and love the night and stumble back to our room and tell Miss Katie, thank you very much for our babysitting. Have a good night.
7-layer cake.
That
I mean,
cake
I
is
think he
amazing.
has it on 7-layer
So
cake,
good.
people. Is none of the rest of you have 7-layer cakes? I'm just saying. All right.
Remember who was first.
You get competitors, you each get one comment. One comment only.
I was out of it. I was like, it's kind of a boring day until we hit the cake. I mean, the cake, and I get an old fashioned from Steakhouse 71. So you came in at the end. I'll give you props. So good way to finish strong there.
What? I need you to pair the bacon and eggs with my cold brew. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Sandy, what's yours?
You know, I think I would have gone to that villains event had I had the budget for that. You know, like that would have been my splurge, I think, for the family, or at least for my date night to be able to do that. But to each their own.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I had forgotten that there were cabanas available there. And with a DVC discount, it probably does make a really good resort afternoon for a family, especially a family with younger children like Caleb's family. Probably
got to keep that 4-year-old entertained.
Yeah, that would probably be a perfect day for that family. So, well, I don't know. I think I'll crash. I think I'll crash Caleb's perfect day. But let's see who's next. Is it Mr. Derek? Derek, take us to the Poly. Sell us on the Poly.
All right, the Polynesian is beautiful. It is Disney's island oasis at Walt Disney World. It is tropical. It's just incredible. It's that resort that I feel like everyone goes to, even if they're not staying there, because there's so many great amenities, great things to do. So I feel like I got the easy one with this one, but we're going to wake up and I'm a rope dropper, so it's hard for me not to go to the parks. So we're not going to wake up and go to the park. We're sleeping in. That's weird. I'll probably get up before the kids and wife, and I'll go take pictures of the new tower, but I'm going to let them wake up slowly, and we're going to make our way over to Ohana, because if we're not going to the parks, then we're going to get some Disney magic through a character meal. And Lilo and Stitch are back, so you definitely need to have that character interaction. The kids will love it. We will eat until we pop and get our coffee in us and eat as many waffles as you physically possibly can without dying. So that is our big splurge. And I've actually written all the prices down. So and with DVC discount, there you go. So we are going to enjoy Ohana. We're going to take a minute. We're going to walk around the resort, look at the shops, get lays if we haven't got that. None of your resorts, you get free lays. So, hey, I'm going to take advantage of that. And then one thing I love doing when we stay at the Poly is we're going to take a quick little DVC tour and just look at the bungalow and dream about what it's going to look like when we finally add on more points and we can stay at a bungalow. And I love something that I've done multiple times with my family and daughter. We just love, that's a dream of ours to stay there. So we dream it every time we're there. After that, we're going to go to the pool. That is, out of all of our resorts, this is the best pool. I'm biased, but it is the best pool. My kids will do that slide 375 times. No joke on that number. I did the math calculations. My wife will probably sit by the pool and read a book. I'll catch up on podcasts. I do have budgeted a drink or two for my wife and I, and we can just have fun with our kids in the heat of the day, the afternoon. It will be about 3 hours at the pool for sure. I'll grab some Captain Cook's chicken nuggets nuggets for them because they might get hungry, but I'm sure we're going to be still pretty full on some Ohana. After that, we'll go back to the room. We will change up. Hopefully the kids have drained some energy and ready for a nice little dinner, which we'll do over at Kona. We won't go too crazy. We're going to get 3 kids meals. And my wife and I will probably split the Kona short ribs, which are really good. We do love those. And then we are going to actually head back to the pool and the beach to finish out the night. Maybe watch some movies under the stars right out there. We've spent a lot of time at the Polynesian in that area. And my kids being DVC members, I trust the 2 older ones that they're going to be able to meet us up with fireworks. They know where they're at and in the pool. The thing that's going to set us apart and how I'm going to win this is after we do all the pool, the fireworks, before the masses come back, we're going to get changed or dry off. We're going to go to one of the greatest bars on property. No, not Trader Sam's, because I'm not going to take my family of 5 there. We're going to go to Tambu Lounge, and we are going to get an Ohana bread pudding to split at the end of the night. And we have enough money left over for a couple of back scratchers, the greatest drink on Disney property, because it comes with a back scratcher, and I scratch people's backs with it. And so we're going to have a nice little time as a whole family eating Ohana bread pudding, drinking some back scratchers. We will waddle down by the water to watch the electrical parade, and then get to our room and pass out. So overall, that is how we're going to spend our time at the Poly, and it's going to be magical.
Sounds like a really fun day. I'm glad you included the electrical water pageant, because it's one of my favorite things.
Yes, it is.
About staying on Seven Seas Lagoon. So, all right, Caleb, what's your comment for?
Well, I need to clarify. You said you're staying in a bungalow?
No. We visit. So every time we stay there, we got to take a DVC. We don't look at any other rooms. We always go look at a bungalow, because ever since they've been, that's been number 1 on my list. I'm like, let's go stay there. So
you're not going to stay in the bungalow?
I mean, I didn't know that was part of it. If it was, I don't have enough points for the bungalow for a couple to maybe.
I mean, these are pretend points.
These are pretend things. I guess I should have stayed in the bungalow. You're right.
So you're going to stay in the bungalow?
No, I'm going to stay. I will be fair. So I'll keep my answer, because if I stay in a bungalow, I'm not leaving the bungalow. We're not going to the pool. We're staying in the bungalow.
Okay. Yeah. Fair point. Fair point. I was just curious as to exactly how this was going. But I think you got some solid things there, but it seems like 372 times up and down the slide. Like, man, that's looking like I did some math on that.
They go on repeat. It's amazing.
But I'll agree with you that back scratcher is amazingly delicious. I got it, but watch out for splinters.
Seriously?
Interesting.
You're teasing, right?
No, I actually got a splinter off the back scratcher.
Oh my gosh. Random.
The best is I do scratch people's backs with it.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I did miss a huge goal. I'm not a Dole Whip guy. You're right. I failed at that one. My wife and kids would definitely get a Dole Whip. That's for sure.
And I was thinking when you said back scratcher, I was like, really, a back scratcher over a lapu lapu? Okay.
A little bit cheaper, and the weird pineapple thing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sandy, what's your comment for? You get 1.
Okay, so all of you know that we own at the Poly. Right. We own there. But I can't get, every time we stay there, I cannot get one of my best friend's comments after she had stayed at the Poly and had moved from Animal Kingdom Lodge to the Poly. And she had said, and it's stuck with me forever, and every time I stay there, I think of this. It's like a frat house. Everybody is going in and out of that place. It is not relaxing. It is not fun for a resort day, because you've got strangers walking through your resort all day long. So I don't know. That would be my one comment.
Well, we all know my New Year's Eve experience at the Poly, and it will ever live in infamy. So, but Frank is on the Poly wagon. He likes the hammocks at the Poly. Nice. Excellent.
Awesome.
And Holly agrees that the lapu lapu is a winner chicken dinner. So, all right. Well, last but not least, the only mom tonight making a plan. Miss Sandy, what are we doing at the Grand Flow?
So, folks, I think you all saw my room tour a little while ago of how much we love those resort rooms. They're awesome. So we're staying in one of those again. Like, I'm not even messing with anything else because we're never in the room anyways. So why not? So we're staying in one of those in the new pavilion, which is awesome. And then we are going to start off our day with, usually our family brings in bagels with us from Montreal with our cream cheese. And if you've never had a Montreal bagel, then you have not lived, because they are completely different from any other bagel that you would have anywhere else in the world. So we're having those for breakfast along with our coffee. And then Munchkin and I, little one Evie, will probably head on over to the Grand Flow lobby, and I will grab my 50th anniversary tumbler here and grab myself a coffee to sit down in that beautiful lobby and just take in the atmosphere, and probably do a little bit of reading or a little bit of scrolling on our social medias or whatever else we're into for that morning, and check that out. And hopefully that piano player will be out at that point in the day. I know they do pop in and out throughout the course of the day, especially the afternoon. And then we'll kind of stroll the paths around there, maybe go over to the games area between the quiet pool and the featured pool, and go and play either a game of chess, all of us as a family together, because we do like doing that just in general, either playing chess and checkers with each other on game nights. Maybe a game of cornhole that they have over there. They've also got beach volleyball, which is probably what we'll do in the afternoon. They've also got a foosball table, which is awesome, and a ping pong table. So there's loads of activities going on there that everyone can do for free, which is pretty amazing in that little courtyard area. Then we'll probably head on up to the room, grab our swimsuits, and then we will pool hop, because we love to pool hop. And we'll bring some snacks with us to the pool, probably grab some veggies and hummus and stuff and have that down by the pool with us. And then hit up the quiet pool to start. And then once the folks have left for the parks and they're out of the picture, then we'll head on over to that feature pool so that the kids can ride the slide as often as they would like, over and over and over again. And while Evie sometimes is short enough to get onto those little splash pads and stuff, unfortunately, I don't think that my kiddos will be able to do that. But anybody else's kiddos who are littles will totally be able to enjoy that incredible Mad Hatter Alice in Wonderland themed splash pad, which I absolutely love. Then from that, we're going to head on up to the room, maybe get changed and have some lunch, either at the Grand Floridian Cafe or for their fried chicken, or head on over to Gasparillo's Grill for some flatbreads. So that'll be awesome. And then it'll be time to watch the little RC boat regatta that they've got going on in the marina. I don't think any of the guys mentioned that they've got little regattas going on in their marinas. No. The Grand Flow has it. So then from there, we'll head on over to the pool again. It'll be afternoon, so mom and dad can have maybe a margarita by the pool while we watch the kids splash around. I like to head off to the shops while the rest of the family is doing that. And I think that the Grand Floridian has some great shopping. And so we would use a little bit of our budget towards that. Evie also is a big shopper as well, so she'll probably head on over with me and grab some souvenirs at that point. And then just hang out by the pool, maybe catch the piano player again. There's just, at that point in the afternoon when things are kind of calming down a little bit more, grab one of those little pleasure crafts that you can rent from the Grand Floridian Marina and take that out on the lake so that we can go and check that out. Then we are a sucker at dinner for having something quick and easy. So we'll probably just grab something else from Gasparilla's, maybe hit up the arcade, and then it'll be time for s'mores and the campfire. And who doesn't love all the wonderful songs and campfire activities that they do and the s'mores at the campfire? And then it'll be time for movies on the lawn. And we will leave our two littles there who aren't so little anymore and don't need babysitting. And Tama and I will head on up to that Enchanted Rose and have our Make Us Better Parents drinks. And I think that's a great way to cap off the evening. So there you go, folks. That's what I'm doing for the Grand Flow.
Make Us Better Parents drinks. I'm writing that one down. That's a good.
That is from
good. I like
that
it.
is.
Yes.
We love the Enchanted Rose. Actually, it's very quirky, and I don't think people know it exists. But they've got great libations there. So
yeah, make me a better mommy.
Mm-hmm.
Always make me a better mommy drinks. They're the best.
Yep. So folks,
all right, Caleb, what are you gonna say to Sandy?
I had to go cheap because the activities are so expensive and the restaurants are so expensive there that for $350 you can hardly get anything in. Yes, Frank. Yes, they're so good.
Truffle fries.
I don't think she has the budget for the truffle fries.
I do if I'm just feeding my kids flatbreads and Montreal bagels. You know.
There you go. There you go.
I didn't know you could bring your own cream cheese from home. I didn't see that.
I would buy it there. Come
okay.
on.
Okay. And the bagels, are we accounting for the bagels and the exchange rate from Canada?
They're cheaper in Canada.
But you have to include them in your $350 budget.
They're all of $250.
Otherwise, I would have brought my mac and cheese. I would have brought my hot dogs for my kids, all that stuff.
You guys are terrible. All right. You get a 60-second closing argument. We will start with Caleb.
All right. So one thing that neither one of these people that are down here below me even accounted for is rain. Okay. They got all these outdoor activities and they're going to do all this.
Perfect day.
I have a cabana. Okay. So I can still go in, but this is Walt Disney World. It's going to rain. Okay. So I can get in my cabana. I will not interrupt you during your closing arguments. All right. So we have to consider this. We have to consider like how iconic the Contemporary is. Everybody knows that A-frame. Everybody. You know, we got the Poly knockoff Alani, and you got Grand Floridian. That's just a knockoff hotel too. I'm sorry. The Contemporary, Bay Lake Tower, looking at Magic Kingdom, nothing better.
Okay, Derek, your 60 seconds.
Wow, shots fired on that one for sure. I was going to make fun of Contemporary for being always busy, but the Polynesian is always busy as well. But it is the only one that truly feels like a vacation. It is tropical. You do have the hammocks. You have Dole Whip. You have all the things that truly can make it feel like a vacation away from the parks. And it's got Trader Sam's. Even though I didn't go there for mine, it does have Trader Sam's. So I feel like overall, the Poly is just hands down a phenomenal place to stay. And so many people come there anyway for drinks and back scratchers and lapu-lapus that it's easy to vote for.
There you go.
We got to mention things that we're not having in our day. I got California Grill.
There you go. Hey, I'm trying to play the game.
And next,
Victoria and Albert's. I mean, come on.
Is that your whole budget right there?
I couldn't even get one of us.
That would be all of our budgets.
Yes.
All of our budgets.
Yes.
All of us together. That's why I didn't get mentioned. The Grand Floridian is truly, I didn't think I would like it. So let's start off my final argument there. When we stayed there, I was like, okay, I guess we gotta stay there because we gotta stay at the mall, right? Like that was my thing. I was like, let's stay there. The points are there. We had to rejig everything at the last minute, and we stayed there. And I did not in a million years think that we would enjoy it as much as we did, just because of the quiet that's there. It's really, really relaxing because you don't have all of that through traffic from all the other places that they're going to. And it just allowed us to kind of sink into those midday breaks and really take a deep breath before we head back to the parks at the end of the day. So for that aspect of it, and just walking around that resort is beautiful. You feel like you're somewhere else in the world. You really don't feel like you're at Walt Disney World. So for that perfect day, that perfect break from all that park touring, I think the Grand Floridian really is the way to go. And if you're there at Christmas time, my goodness, could it get more Christmassy? You can't. So
she's throwing in Christmas.
I am. Yeah. I'm throwing in everything. No, I just think it's beautiful. The accommodations are fantastic. All of the restaurant offerings, if you can afford it in that $350 budget, which you can't. are fantastic. And we really did enjoy a lot of those activities. So we did go play cornhole, and we did play with the giant chessboard. We did toss around the volleyball. So all those things with slightly older kids made for a really great time just back at the resort away from the parks.
I will tell you what sold my big kids on DVC was when we walked through Saratoga and they saw foosball tables and ping pong tables and that kind of stuff. They were like,
at
Yeah,
the
Tom and
community
Jacob
hall,
always
right?
play.
At the community hall.
yes.
That's only available on the monorail at Bay Lake Tower.
There's a ping pong table at
I have
the
cornhole
Grand
in my garage.
Floridian.
I'll put that in my suitcase and bring it down to you.
All right, y'all.
What with your bagels?
All right, y'all.
Bagels.
Okay, peanut
We'll throw
gallery.
bagels into the cornhole.
Now I'm
How-
shipping them to you folks.
Okay,
You're gonna see.
Gina, I'm gonna mute them. I'm gonna mute them all. All righty, people. So, community, you get to vote. So go ahead and throw in your votes. Who won? Was it Caleb and BLT? Was it Derek and the Polly? Or was it Sandy and Grand Flow? And you have a couple of minutes while we chat to knock off Alani. Gina is laughing at that. And Alani was built 10 years ago. It was a knockoff
That was
Polly.
the Polly, exactly.
I think that they are so different, though.
They are.
They are.
I'll tell you in a month.
I think they're so different. And Antonio, he went 2 weeks before Christmas and booked a studio at the Grand, and they bumped him to a 2-bedroom, and it was amazing. That's
wow.
great. Pixie.
That's how I should have started mine.
That's
We
so
just got
sweet.
bumped up to a suite there.
There you go. Nick says the best part of DVC, we can enjoy them all. Aw, he's such a nice guy.
Come on, Nick, you got to
I
pick.
love you, Nick.
No.
You're my
Different
people, Nick.
flavors of deluxe. Awesome. Nice job
It is.
proselytizing for your favorite. And Gina's counting, see, and she's doing all that.
Oh, she's fine.
I have to tell you that you all had really great points.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, wait, I'm echoing. Someone agrees with the knockoff Alani comment, though. There you go. And I just, it's just going to be, this is going to be tough. I don't know which one would be my favorite. My husband would not vote for Derek. I will tell you now, because he thinks the Polly's kitschy. That's his comment after we stayed there. But Steve Peterson is going to say the Polynesian for the Dole Whip, the Thai meatballs,
those Thai
and
meatballs are
Trader
delicious.
Sam's.
Mm-hmm.
Those meatballs
So-
are good.
But all of them, they all have really great. Carol says the BLT is her fave.
Smart
Yeah,
lady.
there you
Those
go.
rooms are so bland.
I agree.
But the winner,
Oh,
the
drum
winner,
roll!
Sandy.
No
Sandy.
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 It's because she's nice and Canadian. That's it.
By the way, folks, I dropped the link to our favorite bagel shop in Montreal that ships everywhere in the comments. So
See,
if anybody
that's how
wants
nice
to-
she is. That's how nice she is. She's
I
If
feel like
anybody
all
wants
the
to try a
Polly
Montreal
comments are coming in
bagel-
late.
Wait, there are some late comments, but we have another contemporary.
There you go.
We have another Bay Lake.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I don't
Well, the
know.
wife.
I don't know
The
how
wife.
it counts.
Does that count?
Hey,
Holly says Polly. Holly says Polly. It rhymes. Judy says Polly. Michelle says Polly.
Ooh.
That bread pudding is delicious.
Yes.
I don't know
bread
what's
pudding.
the score now. I
So
feel like
now-
Polly's winning.
I think Polly might be.
Yeah.
5 Polly.
Oh, but
Oh,
see, Frank's
Frank
coming in with the
It's coming
ground.
at the ground.
Ooh,
Yes,
Nick's gonna
Nick!
throw.
Nick's the
gonna throw
tiebreaker.
Polly.
we got to go based on the arguments, not based on the resort. Okay. And
You
clearly,
had
I had
that-
the best argument.
You
I'm just
did
saying.
have good arguments for the very boring BLTs.
You did
Thank
good for
you.
the BLT.
Thank
I now
you.
want that.
Excellent job.
I now want that cold brew. That I didn't know
Thank
about.
you.
That was and
No,
pair
it
with
is.
the
It
bacon
is
and
actually
eggs.
really, really good. We had
Yeah.
a server at the Steakhouse 71 Lounge, and he recommended it. And whenever I had it, I was like, "Wow, I'm coming back just for the cold brew."
Yeah, that
Just for
cold
the
brew,
cold brew.
you sold me on that.
Well,
But
and what I liked about your lounge thing, and what I liked about Derek's lounge thing, and what I liked about Sandy's lounge thing was that none of you had crazy trying to get reservations at the 60-day mark, because DVCers, we just don't do that game anymore, right?
Yeah.
We try not to play those games. We try to have those relaxing, trips where we know we're going back. So we'll get it. We'll get it sometime.
Yeah.
That Ohana breakfast, that might be a little bit of a tough reservation. Derek
Mhm.
might
We're
be up
good.
at
I got it.
You
he
can
might
get the
be up
room
at 6
service.
a.m.
Yep.
yeah.
So, but
Reservation Finder, it's great.
I'm telling you, that cake at the BLT is
That's what Cindy says.
that cake at the
insane.
BLT.
Mm,
At least we
It's
think
like,
it's Cindy.
That's Cindy. No, it's Cindy. She can't get it to work on her phone.
so
Yeah.
yeah. But well, hey guys, thanks for coming tonight and playing with us. I'm going to go around the group and you guys can pub anything you want to publicize. And let's start with Caleb. What would you like to pub, Caleb?
I don't know. I just
Pixie Path Travels, you big
okay,
noob.
well, I know. Yeah. So yeah, my wife and I, we're owners of Pixie Path Travels, and so if anybody is looking for any kind of travel, I know with DVC, like a lot of times we don't have a lot of things, but if you're going on cruises or looking over at Universal or something like that, or maybe a Carnival or Royal Caribbean cruise, we'd love to help you out. Like I said, we started this travel agency just about a year and a half ago. And so it's been a lot of fun and a lot of heartbreak, but so far we're growing our following and we've been having a good time.
Excellent. Derek, what would you like to tell us about you that's special?
Well, I am the host of Rope Drop Radio, another Disney podcast that we've
A
been doing
great
for
Disney
Well,
podcast.
thank you
Yep.
for listening. So definitely tied for my two favorite podcasts right here, my DVC and of course my own shameless plug. But we talk all things Disney and just mostly going to the park. We don't do a lot of resort days. We're the first ones at the parks, last one to leaves. This last week, Len Testa was on sharing about the ups and downs of the 50th and what we're looking forward to for the 100th. So if you love Disney podcasts, check out Rope Drop Radio.
Excellent. Thank you. And you know what? If you haven't listened to Rope Drop Radio, y'all do need to give it a try. Listen to us, and then y'all listen to them.
Well, and
It'll be
my
great.
episode was on my DVC like 4 weeks ago. So there you go. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. And then Sandy, what would you like to share with us?
What would I like to share with you? Well, Caleb and I have had long discussions. We have a wonderful little group of all of my DVC Points travel agents that all kind of josh about all travel issues and will help each other out and stuff. So up in Canada, I am co-owner of an agency called Experience Magical Adventures. So for all of you who are also looking for travel destinations around the Disney destination product line, then you are more than welcome to reach out to me as well. And again, that's Experience Magical Adventures. So other than that, everybody can find me in the My DVC Points community, and we're also part of the production team, along with Marianne and Caleb and Gina and Rachel and everybody else.
Yeah. So again, thanks guys for tuning in
Thank you.
tonight. I really appreciate it. Nick asked me what next week's topic is. Well, I think a big DVC event is happening before next Sunday. Next Sunday night, it is going to be the Moonlight Magic review. And people who are going to Moonlight Magic at DCA are going to be on the show talking about their experience at the first Moonlight Magic back at DCA after COVID. So that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to hear about it. I won't be on, but I will be listening to you all because I don't get to go. I'm a teacher. So
Me too, Marianne.
yep.
Me too.
So,
Gina's a teacher. She's going.
yeah, Gina lives in California.
Sorry, I thought I just,
So it's going to be just fantastic. And I cannot later on in February, we're playing this again. but it'll be Epcot Resorts.
Mhm.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk a little bit about Disneyland coming up. It's going to be a fun month of February. And I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I'm Marianne. I am one of the production team members here at my DVC Points Community Hall. And we appreciate your time and your friendships and just being our neighbors. So thanks so much. And we will see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, friends.